Hi guys, Prepare to Flex is here. It's a Sam. I would like to share my thoughts on gold out the weekly outlook, and then also to let you know about the most questions I got on my IG. It's about how do I look at the support and resistance, time frames, the strategy to work, what is the price action, how we do it. Okay, so how is the entry and how to read the candlestick. All of these questions I'm going to answer in very simple and short video. Okay, just to let you know what I look at the chart, how I read the candles, how I read the price action, and a lot of these details. The simple way to look at the chart is to look at the higher time frame first, like 4 hours plus, like 4 hours daily, weekly, monthly, to know the higher time frame market structure. Let's say that on 4 hours, what we have here, let me zoom in. Okay, now what I see on the chart, this is what I see. Market structure. Okay, so now let us complete all this drawing. If I would like to draw the levels, I need to find out which are the most recent levels and more touches on those levels. It is very important because we have price reacting to these levels. So simple as it is, this level. Why it's important? Because we have one touch. Let me explain you in this way. One touch, two touch, three touch, four touch, five touch. So this level is very important. Now, same way for the rest of the levels. Now, this one touched here, touched here. It was resistance, turn support. Breakout, support. Retest, again, another level. These levels, we have one touch here. This one here, we have also level. So we can't take it. I just draw the recent one. Now here, touch, another touch. Simple as it is. We need to look at the levels and how many times it got touched. Okay, this is one thing to be considered. Second thing to be considered, if we go on 1 hour, like one day or weekly, daily or weekly. Okay, some levels, we call it the swap zone. Why it's a swap? Here it was support, then resistance. So this was the level, like if you touch, you need to buy. But here, if you touch, you need to sell. So any level which was support and turn resistant, okay, we call that one a swap zone. Like this was the zone, and this is another new zone. You need to consider this one in price action, in breakout and retest. So this is breakout. We break this low, breakout, retest. Okay, breakout, retest. Same scenarios we have in other areas as well. Like where to tell you, just more simple. Okay, here we came here. We break out this level. We did retest, failed, close the buff. So we continue till this TP. Okay, so this one here. This is breakout, retest. Not all retest is going to be sell with the same direction. We need to wait for price action confirmation. Now, let me delete this 1 hour. Now, within the higher time frame, we have lower time frame trend as well. Through that lower time frame trend, you have here minor trend within the major trend. I look at these as well. Okay, so what I see here, I see in my eyes liquidity. Okay, this is the trend line. We have breakout. This liquidity, we have breakout. So what is breakout? Breakout on this level. Simple as it is, you're going to draw one line straight. This level was broken. Now where it will be the retest? The recent low here. Breakout, retest. Okay. After that, what I have to wait for? To sell, I need to wait for price action. Touch, sell. This is 1 hour. But you need more confirmation. You need to be early in the goal. Simple as it is. Highlight this level. 30 minutes. What do you have? One way to sell it is resistant 1, resistant 2. You sell here. Okay. Another way, you cannot stick to one time frame for your entries. You need to have multiple time frame. You have to look at the volume to take your decision. Now this one is doji, closed below, rest, liquidity candle, sell. These are the patterns. You need to go for the time frame and patterns which you like it. There is no standard rule for that, but you can have a standard rule for yourself. Since you have a lot of generalized trades and different patterns, you need to get used to it. Now, what is my pattern? I will tell you. When I see a resistant, one, liquidity candle, resistant two, okay, I am ready. Sell at the half of this, stop loss above, sell. This is one way entry to tell this support. Another entry I have, liquidity candle, confirm, stop loss above, sell. This is 1 to 33 RR. This is 1 to 7. Now, don't ask me in the gold that you have to have top wick and then sell. To have top wick, that is high probability trade. I agree. But since you have liquidity, the algos will not wait that much for you to have a top wick. It will immediately sell. All will be in the market. So here, you have to know. You have to have enough backtesting to know which liquidity candle in which level you can take as a liquidity. You cannot take each and every liquidity candle for the volume. Like you see here, resistant, resistant. Okay, these are the patterns. Resistant, sell. Why? Liquidity candle, sell. Sell, this support. Next, short. Close below, liquidity candle. Stop loss support. Breakout. TP1. Here, runner can go till lower area. I usually sell if the higher time frame is in bearish structure. I used to sell from resistance or from retest, not from breakout, from retest. Breakout I take, but not always. Depends on the time frame. So let's go back to 1 hour. Now here, to the worst case scenarios, worst trade I had, it was on Friday. Here is support. This one, breakout. This was retest. Okay, what happened in retest? Let's highlight it. We have here 1 hour time frame. Let's go to 30 minutes. Okay, we have resistance and we have support at the same time. We have rejection, doji, and then we close this red candle below the support. So next one I sold, it was here, TP up to this area, 1, and this is 2. Here I closed. That is how many pips? 30 pips. I had this trade last time, okay? So it was 30 range, yes, on 5 minutes. Then you have this kind of reaction to the market. So you need more confirmation. Still, you can have confirmation in 5 minutes, but if it's difficult for you, you can use higher time frame to have better understanding. Now, why this price jumped to upside? There is a reason for that. If you go to 5 minutes, okay, this was the last rejection here during the London session, okay? So the highest level. Here, we took this highest level, PNY and NY session, NY starting. So which support took this one? Here. This was our major support. Key level, retest, and jump to upside. So this is another pattern. You need to get used to it to understand what kind of liquidity candles can you take it as a support, like liquidity moves. This one, take the high, came back, again, a lot of stop losses, and then continue to upside within 1, 2, 3 candle. That's it. You cannot run behind the trade. This one is the stop above the level. You can enter long. If you don't know how to enter here and respect this level, you can enter after by putting a stop loss below this candle, breakout entry, and this is gone for 100 pips. You will need to secure 1 to 3, 1 to 5, whatever level you see on the left side. Okay, so this is what I look in the market. Now, how to get used to it, you need to generalize your trade to have a lot of patterns in your journey, and then stick to few of them, which is having higher winning rate and probability. I hope it is clear.